This is episode 18 of Talking Real Estate with Lauren, all about multiple offer situations. If you've recently purchased in this market, or you know of someone who's looking to buy in this market, you've heard it. Multiple offers. Multiple offers are a norm in this market right now. We have on average 20 plus buyers per property, sometimes more, sometimes a little less. The market is very, very competitive, and you really have to have an agent that guides you through the process. There's a few multiple offer tricks that I have that I'm so happy to share with you. If you're buying, whether or not with me, I want to help you get into a home. So some of the tips and tricks that we use is, number one, you have to stand out. When it comes down to it, when we sit with a seller to go over offers, price is usually the number one thing. Then it goes into financing, and then it goes into other things, right? And so if your offer isn't the highest, if you don't have the largest down payment, if you don't have all these things that can really make you stand out on the offer table, what do? So as an agent, number one thing I have to do for all of my clients is to try and get the inside scoop. Because of my years in the business and my relationships with other agents, it's awesome that the majority of them I do know. I would say more than that. I'd say 7 out of 10 of the agents that I work with, I've had a past relationship or we know of each other. So that really helps, because that helps us get the inside. It helps us know, is this a realistic offer that we're going to be making, or is it not? And what can we do to do that? Because terms matter. Yes, purchase price matters, but what if that seller needs a 30-day rent back in the home? Or what if it's, this was a home that the person lived in for 30 years and they don't want to sell it to someone who doesn't have a family? Those things can happen, and it's our job to make you stand out. So obviously getting number one, the inside scoop. Number two is standing out. One of the ways that I stand out is I like to ask my clients, what's your favorite number, or what's a favorite date of yours? Let's add that into the offer. Because when we sit and look at offers, when I'm on the seller side, I see 645 and 640 and 650, and then I get one that says 645, 322? What's that? Well, that's because that was my son's birthday, and I wanted to add that date, and I wanted to send a letter sharing why that date is so important. Always try to stand out as best possible. Another trick is maybe drop a little something off for the seller. So when we tour homes, I try to find things that connect the buyers with the sellers. So recently we had one, and the sellers had succulents everywhere, okay? So what we ended up doing is we ended up doing a little potted plant and dropping off a succulent at the seller's door with our letter. Right now, because it does come down to price so often, the sellers don't get to read the letters because they're so busy looking over these 20 offers that came in. But when you find a little potted plant in front of your door with this sweet letter, it really makes a difference. We try our best to stand out in all different ways. Those are just a few tips of ours. We have so many more depending on the situation. If you're thinking of buying and you're over the heartache and you want to get your offer accepted, call us. We can help.